So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Chuwi Hi13. Now, I've been sat on this for a good couple of weeks, but I haven't had the time to open it. But I have had plenty of time to see other people's videos and what they think on it. So I'm going to be doing a full review video, but that is not what this video is about. This is just about getting it open, booting it up, having a quick look round, and then the initial thoughts that I have for this. Now, you may have seen my video of the Chuwi Hi12, which is this tablet here, and this has served me really well for the past year. Fantastic device, really great screen. The only thing that really lets this down is its processor. This runs the Intel Atom processor, which can be quite laggy when you're trying to do anything other than just your general web browsing, or watching stuff on YouTube or watching some videos. So I'm hoping that with the Chuwi Hi13 it's going to be a big improvement now that it's running with the Apollo Lake Celeron processor. It's not quite as powerful as an M3, but it's definitely more powerful than an Atom. So this is how it comes. I got this from GearBest, so it comes in the original box. I do believe if you buy from Banggood, they still repackage them, but you can request if you want it in its original box, which I like the original box. Other people might not be bothered. Now, I must admit I have opened this just to have a look, but I haven't turned it on. So let's have a look at what we get. Now, looking at other people's videos, depending on where you buy it from, you'll get a different package, so to speak. So in mine, I noticed that my sticker is on the bottom. Don't know why that is. Don't know why it's not stuck onto the front of it. And when I take this off, you do still get the dual screen protector. Let's see if I can get that in focus. It's probably not going to get in focus now. You do get the dual screen protector, which you can peel off just here. And mine is pretty neat, but it already does have some scratches on it. I don't know whether you'll be able to see that. You might be able to see in the corners there are already some scratches on this. But you do have a fresh screen protector on it, which I will now peel off. Get that out of the way. And here we have it. So I'll come to the tablet in just a second. We'll turn that on. But I just want to go through very quickly what you get in the box. So underneath we have the general warranty stuff and the Chuwi factory thing that shows its past quality control. A user manual, which is in both English, Chinese and various other languages, which is handy, I suppose. Warranty sticker, inspection report. I imagine this is a quick start guide. Yeah. But that's about it there. Then on this side, we have a few things. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So, unlike all of the other previous Chuwi tablets I've had, this one actually comes with a charge block. So that will charge 12 volts, 2 amps. Okay. And mine has come with a European adapter, but that's actually pretty useful because I can just use the standard 2-pin with a UK adapter, so I can chuck that away. And it does work on, yep, it works on 100 to 240 volts, so that's absolutely fine for the UK. So all you need to do is swap out that end. Get those out of the way. And then you have your standard USB-A to USB-C cable. I don't know whether I'll use this cable. I do like to buy premium cables for USB-C because if you're using USB-C, certain cables can run into some issues. So I tend to use anchor cables, but I'm sure this will do for anyone who doesn't have any. Well, let's get that out of the way. So I actually had to pause for a second here because I couldn't get everything in shot. This thing is that big. So I have this on its side now, and I have the 3D speakers for this side. There is exactly the same on the other side. And in the middle, you've got a micro SD card slot, which takes cards up to 128 gigabytes. You have a USB Type-C port, a micro USB port, which I believe is for OTG cables, as well as a microphone, a micro HDMI, and a headphone slot. And then moving around to the bottom, see if I can get that back in. Yep, you have your docking port and also your docking connector to be able to connect to the keyboard. As I said before, on this side you have your speakers, and on the top you also have your, if I can get that in shot, you also have your volume up and down as well as your power button. And on the front, if I can bring that in, I don't know if that'll be too dark, there you go, fingerprints all over it. You have your 2 megapixel front facing camera, and on the back there is, if I can get in shot again, you have your 5 megapixel autofocus camera. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this thing on. Okay, so I have a user already set up for me. On other videos that I've seen, you go through the full setup, but it appears the one you get from GearBest comes with a profile already pre-set up. So now we're booted into Windows, and the first thing I've got to say is this screen's pretty impressive. If you read the specs of this, it's a 3K display, it's 3000 by 2000. It looks really, really nice. I will go through it properly when I do a full review video, because you probably won't be able to see it as well on your display because it's going through the camera, obviously. But wow, it really, really does look good. It's such a shame it isn't laminated, which, if you don't know what lamination is, it's where the screen actually comes right to the front of the display, whereas on this one there is a mil or two gap, which you won't be able to see from this angle. But it looks really, really sharp. Now, the first thing I like to check, just to make sure, is that we have a genuine version of Windows installed. But just so you know, while we're going through, Windows comes with 44 gigs free of that 64 gig eMMC. And we have the Intel Celeron N3450, which is 1.1 gigahertz, but it can boost up to 2.2 when required. 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gig operating system, pen and touch support, which I do have a pen, which we'll have a look at in just a second. So on that note, I want to take a look at the stylus. Now, this is the stylus made for this tablet. I think it's called the H3 or something similar to that. I'll leave a link in the description where you can get one. But I have opened it up only to put in the battery, because this comes with a quadruple A battery. I've never seen one of those in the UK. The last time I saw one of those was for the Hi12. Yeah, I imagine you'll probably have to buy one off a Chinese website again to once this one runs flat. But I put it in anyway. One of the things I do really like about this that I saw on someone else's video that I didn't actually know it did, is that this clips to the side of your tablet. So you can have the keyboard and all of this set up, and once you're done with doing your writing and things, you just clip this to the side. So I thought that was a pretty cool feature that they've taken from one well-known manufacturer of tablets. Now, the stylus itself comes with 2 buttons, and I think that's just a left click and a right click, as well as the pressure sensitive nib. It's as simple as that, but let's see how well it works. So it's registering. It seems to register from about 4 mil off, maybe 3 mil, so not very high. And as you can see, it is pressure sensitive, so it does work. And if I choose the right hand click button, I should be able to erase. What about palm rejection? Okay. Sorry about my scribbles there. I'm trying to keep out of the way of the tripod. And it seems to work quite well. Doesn't seem to be having any issues whatsoever. Okay, so it works quite nice. In fact, I think it works better than the Cube tablet that I recently reviewed. So that's quite impressive. So yeah, So another reason why I really like Chinese tablets is the fact that they don't come with any bloatware, or the ones I've reviewed haven't anyway. They just come with the stock Windows ROM. So as you can see on here, you've got your Excel mobile, which you've also got others, things like Word and PowerPoint mobile, which is just the tablet version. You also get a 30-day trial of Office, but outside of that, you don't really have much else. You've got links taking you to the store where you can download all these other apps, but you don't get anything else installed on here, which is great. So it means that your machine's not bogged down with rubbish that you don't want or don't understand. So one of the upgrades from the Chuwi Hi12 to the Hi13, apart from this beautiful display, is that they have put in the dual band Wi-Fi AC chip, and I want to see how well it works. So this is running through Edge, if you don't already know. Edge, I tend to find, is quite slow on Atom processors, so we'll see how well it works on this Apollo Lake. Renders quite quickly. So the Flash object has loaded, well, almost loaded. There we go, there's a test. The adverts around the side still loading, which is to be expected. They do tend to bog down websites something rotten, and I cannot stand adverts. Normally I use Chrome and the ad blocker. So let's see how well it downloads. Okay, I fast forwarded that so you didn't have to see the full thing going, but as you can see, I've got download speeds of 32 megs per second, and I've got an upload speed of 20. Now my limit is 70 and my upload limit is 20, so it's done okay, but just as a comparison, I did the same test just after on the Hi12, and as you can see, I only got 20 meg download and 12 meg upload, so the AC chip does work better on the Hi13. So before we finish up on this video, let's have a look at a couple more things. So I have my USB Type-C memory stick. I'll plug that in. And I have one video here which is 200 meg. So that should... Yep, definitely USB 3 speeds. And I also have one picture. Let's take a look at the picture first. So this is a picture I took the other day in my garden. So I just want to see what the colours are like on this thing. And I must admit, yeah, going back onto the screen, the colours on this are beautiful. Definitely step up from the Hi12. Really clear and crisp. Yeah, really impressive. So I'll go through that a lot more in my review video. But the one thing I did want to try is the 3D speakers. The fact that this thing has 2 speakers on this side, 2 speakers on that side. And to see, well, to see what the video looks like, but to hear how well they sound. Okay, so they're quite loud, quite flat. I'd say they're very much in the high range. Definitely no bass on them at all, but yeah, they're okay, I suppose. I'd probably, if I was going to watch any videos or was going to play any music, I'd connect to a wireless speaker or I'd put in some headphones. But yeah, they're okay for a tablet of this size. I kind of was hoping they'd be a little bit better. But I'll do a proper look into this when I do my review video. So just for the hell of it, I decided to plug in my USB Type-C adapter for my Mac, and I was quite surprised to find out that you can actually get a HDMI signal from the USB Type-C port. It doesn't work for power pass-through, well, at least this Type-C adapter doesn't, but it's another handy feature if you need to get HDMI out. So I will explore this in more detail in my full review video, but I just thought it was a cool additional feature that I didn't expect. So that basically brings me to the end of my unboxing. It was meant to be super quick. It was just meant to show you exactly what you're getting for your money. As I've said multiple times in this, I will be doing a full review video, but this was more just to show you a very quick overview. So the point of this video really is for you guys to tell me what you want to see. So leave anything you want to see in the comments section below. I will leave a link to where you can get one of these and to the Chuwi Hi12. It's from what I'm seeing immediately, it's going to be one hell of a cracking tablet. I will try and get the keyboard, but if I can't get it in time, I'll just do the review video anyway. But if you do have anything that you want me to go through, that you want to see, or any comments about what I've done, then leave them in the comments section below. But otherwise, have a great day.